Good Morning Geelong, brought to you by www.guestmedia.com.au.
Gail Maloney is the next guest on the show, and Gail is the ladies Geelong bowling champion. She had lots to talk about, and here she is with Rollo.
Thank you very much again, Megan Holbrook. What a wonderful hostess with a mostess, isn't she, as we turn our attention to the world of sport. And talking of ladies, joining us is the Geelong District Ladies Bowling Champion, lawn bowls that is, for 2008-2009 from the Geelong RSL. It's Gail Maloney. Good morning, Gail, and welcome to Good Morning Geelong.
Good morning, Graham.
And look at the camera and give us a big smile, Gail. Aren't you proud of your achievement?
Yes, I am.
Now, viewers, down at the Geelong RSL, we have nicknamed Gail Lady Mackie Bediver because she has taken out the Triple Crown. This is the title that you've been chasing, haven't you, Gail?
Yes.
You've won others?
Yes, this is the one I want. I have won the state singles, Geelong and District, but I didn't go any further than Geelong in that. But this is the one I was wanting, the GDLBA singles.
One that to add to yet another cluttered trophy cabinet. Where did you play first of all?
We played up at Cement in terrible conditions, pouring rain, whipping wind.
So you're up against the elements.
Yes.
But in typical true strong condition, you drove towards the line and came away with the winning. When did you first start playing bowls?
I started roughly about 11 years ago. I first joined at Belmont Bowling Club, and I followed my husband Ray Maloney down to the RSL to bowl down there with him.
And last year were part of the Geelong RSL A1 Division Premiership side?
That was just absolutely wonderful because we'd never won that before, and to get that was just magic. It was really great.
Just magic, just really great. Gail Maloney, congratulations. GDLBA Ladies Singles Champion Lawn Bowler for season 2008-09. Keep up the great ball and roll them down the rink.
Thanks again, Rollo. Now for a bit of a change of pace, we take a look at the super sedans at Avalon Speedway.
He's got 2 laps to hang on. He may not have the best handling race car out there, but he may make the most of this one. Mick Nicola. Nicola trying his best to hang on. He was in cruise mode just prior to the stoppage, and he is guarding the bottom. He's letting them all go around him if there is a way, and the white flag is out. I tell you what, Peter Nicola's got to run. The Victoria 2. Can he get around Mick? No, he won't. He'll allow Bergmeyer through to second as Mick takes the win. Peter Nicola slips to third.
Thanks for that, Gavin. Now it's time to cross to Tom King, who is on the couch with a local report on footy, what's happening there, and also a look at the Werribee Cup. Here's Tom.
Yes, thanks very much, Megan. Been a massive week in sport since we last spoke to you on Good Morning Geelong. I suppose the highlight, Wednesday's Werribee Cup for the first time in history. Run down at Geelong, and we think it'll be the only time in history too. The Werribee Racing Club very keen to return to their home track in the city of Wyndham in 2009. They do need a $4.5 million reconstruction and are hoping the state government will come good with those funds. But it was a little bit of deja vu. Mandela, of course, won the 2006 Geelong Cup with Craig Williams on board today. Mark Zara piloted the 7-year-old to victory. Now trained by Mike Moroney, took it off Richard Ewell a couple of years ago. It hasn't won in Australia since that Geelong Cup win 2 years ago. A fantastic win. Got over the top of Umvula and, of course, Reggie. So congratulations to Mandela. A great win. Queen Elizabeth Stakes on the last day of the Melbourne Cup Carnival, now in the horses' sights. Plenty happening in the world of AFL. Let's start with the Cats first. Big news down there. A son of a gun, of course, Larry Donoghue, so well known as a century goal kicker with the Cats, and, of course, a coach of local sides, came from Thompson, originally coached Newcombe to the 1988 Bellarine Football League Premiership. His son, Adam, will wear the number 23 next year. He wore 25 this year in the VFL after being drafted from the Falcons under the father-son rule. 23 next year, of course. Nathan Ablett's old number, so plenty to keep an eye out for there next year. Hopefully we'll see him make his senior debut. Matty Egan, well, the talk is he'll be right for round 1 next year, of course. That navicular bone that he broke in round 22 last year against Brisbane, the All-Australian of 2007 he was. Of course, missed the grand final. Now He's a chance to return in 2009. Tom Harley, though, warning, not the player that you expect. Local footy, plenty happening, plenty of movement, but the big story out of the week, as we broke exclusively on K-Rock, and I can share with the viewers of Good Morning Geelong this morning, is that Geelong West Cricket and Football Club Blue West coach Brett Sheedy has stood down after 2 years in charge. They are now on the hunt for a coach. The Cheetahs, of course, Brett coached out at Bannockburn after also spending some time with the Newtown and Chilwell Football Club where he coached juniors. So Brett Sheedy, a loss to the coaching ranks here in Geelong, but an opportunity for a club that is just trying to rebuild itself, of course, making its home at West Oval last year, where they are now co-tenants with Geelong West St Peters. Skilled Stadium last weekend, a big weekend, of course, with the Super X. 16,000 people crammed into Skilled Stadium. They're currently under redevelopment. Very interesting to see the Ross Drew stand, and it's like a giant with a tooth missing at the moment, but didn't deter the crowd coming along and watching, of course, Chad Reed dominate. Of course, round one, round two went his way. It's his own series, the Australasian Super X, but he's putting every other drive to the sword. Jay Marmont finished second, and of course, Shane Boyd third. Of course, they drive for Craig Dack Racing. Craig, of course, a Geelong legend, has his shed down at South Geelong, and those bikes going pretty well at the moment. Cricket, Skilled Stadium as well. We'll talk about that because the 6,000 tonnes of dirt have now been moved, and they're starting to put the centre wicket table in for the 2020 clash. January 4, KFC Big Bash, Victoria and Queensland. Plenty of work's gone into this. The pitch is coming down from Alexandra. It has been used before in a one-day international, so it won't be a new pitch, but it'll be one that's been worn in, and of course Geelong Cricket Club will get a chance to use it as well. So looking forward to that. Of course, 2 months away, and details on tickets will be announced. A civic reception is due to be held in November. Tickets will be announced in a couple of weeks' time. Local cricket scene. Bit of history this weekend in the making. Looking at becoming the first man to make 3 centuries in consecutive games in 70 years to start a season is East Belmont star Andrew Barr. Centuries in the first 2 rounds. If he can make a third, he'll only become the second man in history. Thanks to Kevin O'Dowd for looking after me with that stat when I sort of jumped all over the top of it, and then Kevin hammered it home for me. And netball, big news this week will be the announcement of the squads for the Geelong Netball Club in the inaugural season of the Victorian Netball League Championship Division 1 under 19, of course. Di Honey will guide the championship side, and they will be very competitive. And if they can get some of their players back that played State League, of course, the Geelong Flyers are only in Division 1 and Division 2, so our better girls opting to play with Melbourne sides. If we can get them back, big chance that the Geelong Netball Club in the first year will be more than competitive and a possible final side. Plenty happening in the world of sport, plenty to wrap up. Of course, keep listening to K-Rock each morning for the best in local sport, and of course, keep it tuned to Good Morning Geelong here on Channel 31 every Friday morning. Thanks, Megan.
Thanks for that, Tom. Now, another busy week it has been on the show. I hope you've enjoyed all that we've brought you. We'll be back again with you at the same time next week. Until then, have a great week.